2 days. That's all that's left. That clock is ticking down, baby. More to be revealed. Today I want to talk about how serious my addiction was. Last January, at this time, I was so deep in my addictions of alcohol and drugs and casual sex, porn, negative thoughts, negative actions. My world has shrank so very small. Thoughts of suicide were by the hour. I remember 1 year ago on this day, I had gone and borrowed a handgun from one of my friends. Well, let's not call him a friend. Let's call him a drug buddy. Well, that's what he was. He's no longer in my life. But anyway, back to the realization of life. I had borrowed a handgun because I had become so paranoid. I had become so angry at the world that I thought I needed protection. When in the deep reality, all it was paranoia from the drugs and lack of sleep, lack of food, lack of fluids in my body and my brain. So I remember sitting on my couch and I was spun out and I was just hopeless. I couldn't reach Courtney on the phone. I think she was traveling at the time. My daughter was asleep in her bedroom. Went to the closet where I had that gun stashed. Pulled it down. It was loaded. Went back and I sat on the couch. I tried to think of reasons why not to put that gun in my mouth. Pull the trigger. I sat there and I sat there. I sat there. And the only thing that come to my mind was my daughter and my one true friend at the time, Courtney. So I just sat there looking at the gun. And I put it away. Went back to doing what I used to do in those days, which was doing shots, drinking beer, doing drugs, feeling sorry for who I was and what my life had become. You see, that is addiction. That is how far addiction can take you down, to where you sit there, loaded handgun in your hands, and you mull over putting that barrel in your mouth. I truly believe it was a divine intervention from a higher power who had been there with me all along, who was always there. I just wasn't listening, and I wasn't caring. I was spiritually broken. I was morally defeated. I had no self-confidence. I hated myself. I hated the world. I hated everybody I came in contact with. The only happiness that I got out of life was my daughter. And when I could see or talk to Courtney. Because I had pushed everybody else out, you know? I was an isolator. I like to get my, what I call it, my little kit, which was a bottle of vodka, 12-pack of Budweiser, some marijuana, cocaine, some meth, whatever I could get my hands on. And then I'd send my daughter to her best friends, and then I would lock the door, draw the blinds, put the porn on. And I thought that was a party, man. Are you kidding me? Do you see how stupid and how just morally wrong that is? But that's the life of a drug addict. That's the life of someone who has lost touch with all reality and lost touch with himself. That's where I was, guys. But look at me now. Fast forward a year. Fast forward to right now. I'm going to school full time. Still haven't secured that full-time job, but I do work part-time. I work for Courtney. I'm doing my internship. I have the most amazing group of best friends that I've ever had in my entire life. I go to meetings regularly. I'm in service in those fellowships. I desire a better life. So if you're out there and you feel hopeless and you don't think that there's any way for you to escape that world of addiction, I'm here to tell you, you can do it. I am living and breathing, walking and talking proof that if you want something bad enough, if you want to change bad enough, if you desire freedom, desire to get that thirst for life back in your body, you can do it. So don't let addiction take you down the road it took me, to where I was debating putting a loaded gun in my mouth. I know you're probably saying, Ken, this is pretty graphic stuff. Well, I want to get graphic with you. I got friends out there who are hurting, who need to hear stories like this, who need to see how real it can be. But also, on the positive side, to see that you can change your life. You can make a difference. All I want to do is make a difference. I want to change this world one person at a time. I want to fight addiction. I want to fight drugs. I think the war on drugs and alcohol should be on the lips of everybody. Not worrying about if the internet's going to get shut down. Not worrying about if some TV show's going off the air. Not worrying about who's going to win what game. Those things are really, really minute, small, when you look at the big picture of what addiction can do to people. Addiction can kill you. Addiction can take your mind. It can put you in jail. It can put you in a mental institution. It can kill you. It's for real, folks. So get real with yourself. If you need help, seek it. It's out there. Peace and love to you all.